Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Baldur's Gate 3. This series is going to be a little bit different than my normal slate of videos here on the channel. It's going to be very story-driven. We're trimming down the fat, focusing on what's going on in the story, what are the decisions that I'm making, that sort of thing, versus kind of just a full-length playthrough of watching me walk around the map or sort my inventory or buy and trade stuff or whatever the case may be. So hopefully you enjoy it. We're going to start with the opening cutscene and then introduce my character. This is my character for Baldur's Gate 3. He is a blue Dragonborn Warlock, focusing on, of course, charisma and constitution to just survive some hits. He has proficiencies in Arcana, History, Investigation, and Persuasion. He's blue Dragonborn, which means he has the lightning breath weapon and, of course, resistance to lightning damage. He is a nobleman. That has the backgrounds. That gives me, obviously, some skill proficiencies, as well as the subclass of the Great Old One, because I just love Cthulhu and Lovecraftian lore and all that stuff, so I took that. I wanted to model him after the first character I ever created in D&D, which was a Dragonborn Warlock, and I also wanted to give him a little bit of personal flair to my own self, and so I gave him heterochromia, which is the not necessarily a disease. I guess it is a disease, but not really a disease. It's where you have two eyes. Each of them, of course, have different colors. And I've mimicked my real life, where my right eye is my good eye and my left eye is actually bad. I have poor vision in one eye. That's why the left eye is gray. It's almost like, been damaged and all that sort of thing. And of course, I had to go with Eldritch Blast as my cantrip because I'm a warlock. And if you don't choose that, I am questioning your life choices. And again, his name is Araveric Wyvernthane. And let's go ahead and introduce my guardian. This is my guardian. She is a female drow. I didn't do a whole lot of customization with her because I figured she wouldn't be on screen a whole lot. And so I gave her heterochromia to link her with my character of the Dragonborn Warlock. Changed her hair up a bit, but that's about it. So let's go ahead and continue the opening cutscene of Baldur's Gate 3. After leaving the pod, I searched the first few rooms and found a couple pieces of gear and money, that sort of thing. Very early game items to find. A couple pieces of lore about the Nautilord, how it operates, all of that. But the most interesting thing that I found was a human inside of what it looked like to be an operating chair. So I walk up to it. I find that its head is been exposed. His brain has been exposed, and was able to wrestle the brain out of the housing. Come to find out that it's an intellect devourer, which is essentially just not a pet, but more of a thrall of the Ithwoods of the Mind Flayers. And I decided not to mutilate it or not to harm it in any way, and it chose to follow me, and it called itself Us. That was a little, not creepy, but it was a little interesting. It was called Us, even though it's a single entity. And then I continue traveling out of the second room, and a Gith attacks me. Her name is lae'zel. She was about to kill us, but then decided not to because she was not necessarily attacked, but hit with some psionic energy from the two Mind Flayer tadpoles talking to one another. And she eventually was convinced to escape together instead of trying to, kill me and then escape. She charged forward and ended up coming head to head with a group of imps chowing down on some humans, and we were able to easily deal with those and continue on our search for the helm of the ship, when we were stopped by a large circular room with some humans sitting in a circle around a central core and another Ithwood tadpole pod off to one side. We decided to investigate the pod and come to find out there's somebody else in the pod trying and begging us to free her from the pod. We decided to oblige because she might be in the same situation that we are in, and she was. But the thing about her was a little weird. After we freed her from the pod, we walked back to it and grabbed some sort of object, and we tried to ask about it, and she was trying to just defer our questions and focusing on just getting off the ship, which, to be fair, that's kind of very important to do. We decided to explore a little bit more before we continued onward and found another pod in a room adjacent this one. We tried to free that person from that pod and ended up turning them into a newborn Ithwood, which we were very concerned with because at a flip of a switch we could be converted to one. So we were like, we got to get out of here now. And then ended up finding the correct route to the helm, which was met by two Ithwoods fighting a bunch of imps and demons. And with the assistance of the Mind Flayers holding off the demon forces, we were able to punch our way through the rest of the enemy lines and be able to connect the nerves together, thereby allowing us to once again teleport away right before the dragon was about to destroy us on the helm. And I'm going to let the rest of the cutscene play out. that is the intro to Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Please like the video if you did, and comment down below whether you enjoyed this style of storytelling or you'd rather have me do a full-length playthrough. Let me know down in the comments, and I will see all of you in the next one.